Hey there.
Hello.
It's been a minute.
I think it's been at least 1 minute. 60 seconds.
At least 60 seconds. Yeah.
I'm gonna,
Possibly 120.
I'm gonna give it a maximum 59 seconds.
Oh. Oh, so not a minute.
You're cutting out. Why do you keep cutting out?
I keep cutting out.
Go oh again.
Oh.
Yeah, you have some sort of like top out filter or something that's kind of doing something to your voiceness.
User settings. Audio.
Save for the administrative segment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are we really doing that this time? Like, are we really going to talk about that during the administrative segment? Because if we just show up and start, like, pretending to work, it's going to be lame. Because I thought that was cool, but it wasn't.
Oh, no, it's not cool. It's fine.
We should talk about the thing we were talking about.
Yes, we should talk about the thing we were
I forgot what that was. Do you remember what it was?
No.
I fucking remember.
Wait.
Was it a ChatGPT thing?
Oh, it was the complaint.
Right. Never mind.
Before we get into that.
We wrote it down.
I wrote it down. We wrote it down.
We wrote it down. Before we get into that, what?
Supposed to do the thing.
The what?
The thing.
I don't have a thing.
The audio. Are we recording?
Did we make a joke?
No.
All right.
The intro music.
Here's a joke. Here's a joke. We have to have a joke for the cold open to close, right?
Oh, we do. Oh, I forgot.
So what's a chicken's favorite vegetable?
Your mom.
Wow. Incorrect. It's broccoli.
Oh no.
Broccoli.
Broccoli.
Funny thing. Let's go. My mom.
Your mom. I apologize.
My mom isn't like that. I don't even know what that means.
Okay.
She'd laugh at that.
Don't like her?
She'd laugh at that joke.
I hope all moms would laugh at that joke.
Probably. All the good ones.
All the good ones.
Of all the people in the fucking world to make a your mom comment, like, this Mitchell is like on the bottom of the pile.
Or I'm at the top now.
You have to be, because you were the last one who did it.
I was the last one. First and last.
Everybody, welcome to the global, welcome to the Bitchell Report.
Bitchell
test. We still got Bitchell Report floating around.
I do.
The Bitchell test. I am GreatBit.
I'm the Mitchell.
And we are the MVPs of minimal viable podcasting.
So minimal.
Extremely minimal.
So minimally viable.
Barely viable podcasting.
Extremely. Slightly viable.
It's a vertical slice of what a podcast would really be.
Yeah, the paper thin peel off of the exterior of podcasting.
It's one of those archaeologist rubbings, you know?
Yeah.
On like a fresco, except you fucked it up.
Skin after sunburn.
Yeah. It's like, here are the bandages that covered up where the podcast got stabbed.
Oh, goodness me.
I mean, it's... Anyway, good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you. It's like I said, it's been a while.
It has so been a while. It's been a while, like, completely.
Yeah.
We've been playing Time Lord with our our listeners.
We have,
because we did 2 episodes like 3 months ago.
Basically, yes.
Yeah, and then we released them like last week.
2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago? Okay, fine.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
We're still playing with the bold arrow of time.
It was me. It was my fault. I apologize.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Will you stop messaging me?
Okay.
I kept telling this person I'm
occupied.
Yeah. That's not a segment. We're not talking about that.
I'm talking about this.
Anyway,
okay.
So we have a lot to
Life
talk
happened.
about. A lot of
so many things. Yeah.
And And I'm excited that we're doing this. And I had some. This is the one of the sub segments. What's wrong with Great Bit?
Oh,
I put that in there. I didn't tell you.
you did. No, I saw it. It's at the end.
I'm having some allergy problems
Oh, you are. Yes.
due to
Nature's
yeah
been a little butt.
little fucking butthole. That damn nature. And yeah, I don't know. Like usually there's like a point in the season of the summer where like you go from tree pollen to like mold.
Yeah.
Where it's like I have problems with tree pollen. It's like whatever. All my masks, all my filters work really well for that. But these mold spores that come out after it rains, like I don't know, 3.5 feet in a day, do not get blocked by them. Then I think it's super bad this year because of the forest fires in Canada.
Forest fires, and it's been wet. So
Yep,
very
wet. Yep.
Extremely wet.
In some fugue state, I had gotten to my car and began driving to Canada yesterday.
Oh.
It's like I couldn't sleep. Right. This is
Okay.
also what's wrong with Great Bit. My sleep schedule's fucked again.
Smoke.
Yep. I was just like,
No.
I'm gonna go fight these fires. I don't know what I was thinking. I got halfway there and I was like, I'm tired, and I turned around and went home.
Oh.
I find it interesting that it's like 3 hours, 3.5, 4 hours to Canada, and 3.5, 4 hours to New York from here, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I can have like a mental break and just go to some other country if I have to.
It is nice to be
Yeah.
that close to both those places.
It's but anyway, that's what's wrong with me again. Is there anything wrong with you? I don't want to leave
No.
you out of the problems segment.
No active problems. I feel guilty about this.
Well, la-di-da. No problems. My life is perfect.
Oh no, I have a mosquito bite.
That doesn't
it's
count.
itchy.
You
Does-
you patronize me, ma'am.
Does the enormous groundhog living under my porch count?
Give a
Where he has
groundhog?
tunneled. I have a groundhog or
Aw.
a woodchuck. He's adorable.
I bet he is.
This asshole has dug multiple tunnels under my porch, and has eaten everything in my yard that isn't surrounded by wire, which is actually a lot because rabbits exist. And I want him to go away because I was reading about him,
Yep.
and in a couple months he's going to start eating 20% of his body weight on the daily, which is a lot.
What do you have against hedgehogs, or whatever the heck this is?
Groundhog.
Groundhog.
I don't want him to eat my tree because the internet said they will eat trees.
You should be happy he's not just a hog, and there's a giant pig living in your yard.
That would be pretty cute too. Anyway, I've started dumping all my cat litter outside, so he'll go away.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's a good way to handle it. I thought you were gonna contact a guy with a big black pickup truck and a shotgun to come and kill him.
No, like my first plan was like, well, he's eating everything, so what if we like plant a bunch of food over here and then he'll just eat this food and leave that food alone? But then I read about how they hibernate and just gorge themselves on everything that's green, delicate, or edible. And the last month leading up to winter, and I was like, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah. You can't have these immigrants. They gotta go, basically.
No, he doesn't have to go. He just can't live under my house.
It's the same thing.
No, he just can't live under my house.
Ron
He can live under the
DeSantis.
shed.
Ron DeSantis, everybody.
He can live in the back of the yard, but he can't live under my house. I don't want him in my basement.
NIMBY over here, not in my
Not in my basement.
basement yard combo.
I just don't want to have that experience of walking downstairs in the basement in the morning without my glasses on to go get some clothes to wear and step on a groundhog.
Yeah, they hate that.
Yeah.
It's terrible for you to even imagine that.
Oh, it'd be horrible. The screaming alone, then the biting, and then the cats, and then
the tetanus.
the vet bills. Oh yeah, tetanus. They'll definitely give you tetanus when they bite you.
They give you hog rot. Did you know that when they bite
Hog
you?
rot.
It's the hog rot. If you fail your saving throw, you get hog rot, and you slowly turn into it.
Your legs turn into bacon and fall off.
Yeah. How did you know?
Oh, lucky guess.
Yeah. Leg bacon. It's
Leg bacon.
now I'm hungry. This is terrible.
That's not the segment.
It really isn't. Like, that's snack of the moment.
Oh,
Snack of the apocalypse.
Oh no, it's got me wondering if our listeners have seen the legs or hot dog meme.
No, I haven't heard that. It sounds hilarious though.
Oh, it's hilarious and disturbing at the same time.
I saw the blueberry muffin or chihuahua meme.
Oh, that one was good.
Wasn't it good though?
It was so good, yeah. Blueberry muffin or chihuahua is a really good one.
Oh, I have a dog story, but we don't even have time for it.
No, we don't.
Wait,
how many segments do we have today?
Like 40?
40. We mentioned we're gonna fire the intern, right?
We have to do administrative segment.
We have to do administrative.
Oh wait,
segment.
are you timing it or am I? I can't fucking remember anymore. Whose turn is it? We're gonna say it's you because you have the noises, and my noises aren't ready.
Oh no!
Time for. Can you? Are you prepared?
Am I prepared for what?
Is your heart prepared to time the thing? To time the segments. It's Mitchell.
Oh yes, now.
Great.
Chop chop.
Administrative segment. Don't get weird about it like you did last time.
I'll try not to.
Administrative segment. First topic. We have an intern. Yeah. And we have to talk about the intern.
We do have to talk about the intern. He seemed promising at first.
Really did.
She.
Yeah,
Were they?
It.
What? We never really asked. But over time we've come to realize the intern really isn't
not working out.
Doing the job that we need done.
Yeah.
It's just sort of gotten kind of.
And I've tried to ask the intern about like their pronouns and everything, and it just keeps going on and on about how it's a computer, it doesn't have a personality or any sort of self-awareness. It's like, come on.
Yep.
Like you can't drink that much coffee and not have self-awareness.
Yeah, or telling us that the requests we give it aren't to be used in medical practice.
Fucking Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, I need a doctor right now, man.
Not that kind of doctor.
That's the kind of doctor. I guess we have WebMD.
That is a place you should never go.
Yeah, be like, you know what? This is cancer. You're dying.
Hope you have cancer and you're dying.
Cancer dying. Click on this video that has a bunch of ads on it that says you're dying.
Yeah, no, the intern is just, the intern did the job we needed it to do.
I think we've seen everything it has to offer, right?
Yeah, it's time to let the intern go.
I think you all know who we're talking about here, and that is, of course, Rowena.
Rowena
Smithison.
Yep.
That's wrong. It's ChatGPT.
It's ChatGPT.
And we were enjoying our time with ChatGPT. It's not terrible, right?
No, I still use it to write all the credits.
That's perfect. The credits are good. Those are good. I don't think I've said that on stream, but the credits are always funny. But I think that it just, it's not crazy and wacky enough.
No, and we got into kind of a rut with it.
We definitely did. I think the last Dream Corner wasn't very good.
No, I thought the Dream was good.
Yeah, the Dream's good.
Dream was great. Some of the analysis was good, but yeah.
We need to, I think we can analyze the dreams, but we need to have a guide. Like, of course, there's got to be a website somewhere that's like, tell us what was in your dream, gremlins, gnomes, trolls, it all has these different things that you could look it up. I don't have a website like that, but we could have one and then just sort of bounce off of that.
Yeah. Or maybe we could bring in a professional.
If you know a professional? I don't know a professional plumber.
Not yet. Not yet.
Fuck a psychologist.
I'll watch some YouTube videos and figure it out.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, but I mean, keeping it within 5 minutes, whatever we say is 5 minutes would be essentially 15 minutes.
Yep.
That'd be tough, but yeah, I think we can. I think I want to find new uses for intern possibly, but it's the Dream Corner thing is just not good. But it's funny. Yeah. It's funny. It's funny as fuck.
What if the intern just became more like a Fiverr job? where we hire them on demand when we need them.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd just be like, hey,
Then the conversation's easier where we're not actually firing them. We're just putting them on contractor work, and we'll call them when we need them.
there was that segment we're going to do about ChatGPT. Make a recipe out of all the extra food I have in my kitchen.
Oh, that could be dangerous.
Yeah, and the thing that it did, I lost it. We were going to talk about it, and it was nasty.
Oh, you lost it. Oh no.
I think it might still be in there, but as it goes.
Your food in the fridge?
Yeah, the food in the fridge, the extra food.
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
It's Wednesday.
I should not be looking at my email. Anyway.
No, you should not.
Well, it's a administrative segment. I want to see if we got any offers. Any offers from Squarespace.com or fucking
sponsorships. I didn't think about that.
Hims.com or
I haven't received one yet, but I have high hopes.
Nutshavers.com. All that kind of stuff. Those are really big right now.
Yeah, maybe we get a Planters sponsorship and we can promote their nuts.
That's what I meant. What if you could have like you take the peanuts out of the shell, right? They have that brown
Paper?
layer. Yeah, the paper.
Yeah.
You could have something that would just depaper it.
A paper bag?
Is that
You
how it
shake
works?
it.
Really?
You just put them in a paper bag and shake them violently. And
That
it comes
can't
off.
be right. Are you serious?
Yeah. That's what my recipe book told me to do.
Damn. That seems really easy and
It does.
better than what I do.
Do you peel them individually with tweezers?
Nah, just use my
That's what I
fingers.
used to do.
Use my fingers.
Yeah. If you use the tweezers, it's more aggravating.
Usually you could just squeeze them and they'll pop out, but half the time,
Yeah.
half of it won't, and then you got to get your fingernails in there and just tick, 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 and
So why not the pre-shelled nuts?
What? Pre-shells. I think that's a joke, right?
No, I was asking why not just buy them pre-shelled.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant shelled as in we were shelling them, not taking the shells off. It's like, why would you put them in shells?
Come back in, take them back.
Shelled as in taking off the shells.
If there's paper on your nuts, you need to take them back to the store.
Whip them out and be like, look, these nuts have paper on them. Do something about it. Right at the customer service desk.
Yeah.
That's what we want. All right. Anyway, not sure how we got there. But, nut shavers.
You asked about it.
fucking sponsorships. So I was checking for sponsorships. I'd like to report to the board this session. There are no sponsorship offers in my email.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get a bunch.
Yeah, we'll check at the end. Stay tuned.
We dealt with the the email. We dealt with our intern. Oh, I have one more thing to bring up, which I thought was amazing. Do you know a gentleman by the name of Chill Goblin?
Chill Goblin.
Yes.
No.
He's a bread tuber, which means that he's a socialist on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has great videos, and he did one recently. Trying to get he's a comedy writer, and he's trying to get ChatGPT to write jokes, right?
Oh,
which is really cool. And he talks about all this stuff, and what he said really blew my fucking mind. Just at one point, as an aside, he's like, "I think ChatGPT makes up this stuff the same way we make up things when we're dreaming."
Ah.
And it really sort of works for me, because it's always like, if you think about the weird shit that happens when you dream, you're like, that's kind of odd.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? It sounds like something that would happen, but it's not all the way correct, right?
Yeah, it seems plausible.
Yeah, it's plausible, but it's not. Yeah, but there's something wrong with it, or there's some measure of thoughtfulness that didn't go into the thing. Like, you go into the store in your dream, and the bread says sliced, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't say bread.
No.
It's like,
sliced.
I just want sliced. And when you open it up, it's sliced bread. Your brain knows that it's very likely for it to say sliced on there because that's what bread is, I guess.
It
but
is, yeah.
your brain just doesn't understand like bread.
Mm.
It just knows what your conception of it is, and as it goes through your dreams, it kind of picks things up that are likely but not always appropriate.
Ah,
As I go over my dreams and the dreams of, I mean, your friend's dreams are pretty, like, I had a friend with dreams like that once, and it's just
they're
like,
weird.
it's like reading
All
the
over the place.
Bacchus, you're like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I can understand why Stanislav wants to leave the coal mine, but what if a cave-in happens before his father dies? Like, that's the kind of dreams they had. But I think that, like, normal dreams, very like haphazard, and they just draw from like a panel of situations.
They do.
Just
They-
like
they- They're
you know,
definitely fueled by what you did during the day or what you ate.
yeah, or
Yeah.
a situation
Sounds
that
that are
happened in your
playing
past,
outside.
or memory, or
Yeah.
whatever. But once you're in that position, your brain just like fudges it all.
Oh, yeah. It gets really weird.
Yeah, and that's why it feels to me similar to the way that the AI seems to build things. Isn't that weird?
That'd be really cool if that's how they did it.
I think it is a type of intelligence, right? But it's like,
Maybe.
our brains are just sort of like
It's
churning.
pretty basic intelligence.
on all
like,
the
it tries to
data.
learn or formulate answers that it thinks you want based on the input it's given.
I think it'd be super interesting if like our subconscious was basically just a large language model, and then our consciousness was basically the guy giving it queries.
No, that'd be too trivial. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah, no, I remember I told you before we were talking about the AI, and I said I don't think our intelligence is all that grand. I don't think it's as super as we think, and this is just betraying
no.
the man behind the curtain when it comes to our brain. It's just a collection of
It's not as
nonsense.
super.
I really
No,
think
we
I
do
really think it's that way.
nonsensical things all the time. We do things that are counter to our own survival all the time.
I don't know if I've met plenty of people, and I don't go out of my way to meet them because they're boring, but they're just like boring people, and
Yeah.
they speak, and you're just like, why would you say that to anybody ever? And you're just like, I don't understand why you exist, and it's
Why
just
did
like,
you open your mouth?
yes, and you're just
We
like,
thought about not doing that.
there doesn't seem to be this executive function in there where it's like they're giving the right queries to the machine.
Right.
It feels really similar, and I'm just probably being like, what do they call it? A person that hates people. What's it called?
Sociopath.
Yeah.
No. Wait.
I want to say misogynist, but that's a person that hates women, which I don't hate women.
That you're halfway there with
Yeah,
misogyny.
yeah. So misogyny and what's the other one? The one for men. Put those together. That's what I am. I don't like anybody, and I think that maybe just I'm boiling it down, but I really feel like there's a model of intelligence that can be derived from this that I think is going to work on some level.
It will. This is the
Yeah.
first iteration of large-scale AI presented to the public, and it will go multiple directions. There will be the direction that we see, and then there'll be the direction that goes on behind the scenes that we won't see.
Right,
And
right.
That's where you get stuff like, example, it just goes dark places, nuclear energy. The example we all saw that's like presented to the public that's great is the power plant, and the example that eventually came out was the bombing of Japan.
Right.
So-
Yeah.
and killing people.
It's not
So-
like there's two different options, right? Obviously, we could say that there's two extremes because we've
Yeah.
seen that, but we're probably just going to get both, right?
We are going to get both.
Yeah, we
It'll
just
be used for both.
why not both?
reasons.
Little girl dot meme,
Because doing bad things is bad, and most of us have a moral conscience not to do that.
But how will we know if
people
it's
in
bad
power
if we
don't have
don't do it?
I don't want to do it.
Did you see Oppenheimer?
I have not. It is not the type of movie I want to watch, though. I
Yeah.
do not like watching anything war related. It's not that it like makes me feel gross. It's just I don't really get into it, I get bored and
No, yeah, it's a
kind of
lot
check
of
out.
big man faces talking at each other, honestly.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it, but I'm planning on it. It's
I did get
prime
a
dad movie.
review. I
You
got a
got
review
one.
from a sibling,
Yep.
and they said they were very disappointed that the female characters didn't have very much character development or depth or anything like that. And I was like, yo, you went to a bro fest. Like,
Oh, it's
what
definitely a
did you
dad movie.
expect?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I know that I'm the kind of guy who like listens and reads a bunch of like fucking reviews before I see something. And apparently,
Yeah.
like there are housewives in there, and they're talking about like the moral implications with their husbands and stuff. But it's
Yeah.
like, it's not about the plot. It can't be
Yeah.
because it's supposed to be historical, I suppose. And it's not like you couldn't write somebody in, but let's just like,
Well, and it is a historical film,
yeah, I don't
and
know where I stand on
women
that.
at
Yeah.
that time were treated worse. So,
Horrible.
yeah.
And like, I love the way like, apparently Oppenheimer had like an affair, during the development of the bomb.
Oh, yeah?
And his lover died.
Oh, no.
Yep. And
That's a bummer.
he goes home and tells his wife that his lover died, and that
Oh, no.
he's making this thing that's going to end the world. And she's just like, "Fuck you." She has this like one where she's just like, go to hell. This isn't. What do you think? This is my problem?
That
You're the
seems like
asshole.
an appropriate response.
It really was. It really
You
was. And I
know?
thought that was an interesting. I think that was, I think the director got that in there because it is sort of like he did frame himself after the fact as like this sort of like pariah victim thing. But it also turns out like the government was also trying to steer him as a patsy, I don't know.
Of course.
So it was just like
Yeah.
there's both ends of it, but he was just like, I'm gonna mix up my horrible job with my horrible affair, and she was just like, fuck off.
Huh.
I thought that was pretty good.
Glad she said that. And
No, of
oh,
course,
no,
yeah.
poor baby.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Can I fix it for you?
Like if his lover died in the Trinity test, that'd be different, right?
Yeah.
Like you combine the two and be like, I strapped my lover to the bomb and blew it up, and now she is dead, and then he's just a murderer. Never mind.
She's dead, and I'm going to prison
I'm going to prison.
for murder.
Did you say murder?
Murder.
You said murder. I like murder
Yeah, I was
better.
laughing. Muter.
Muter.
That's what cats do. They're muters.
It's like the name of the guy from Dukes of Hazzard who had the pickup truck. His name is Cooter.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, you boys, could just like up and down, man.
No. No.
That's that entire show. You don't need to watch it now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the recap.
It was, and then, yep. I thought that was the coolest shit back when I was 7. I was like, dude,
Oh, yeah. Everything I thought was cool when I was 7 isn't cool anymore.
the Confederate battle flag is so awesome.
No.
I thought that was so good. I didn't know what it meant.
Anymore. Oh, now. Anyway,
I don't know, yeah.
I don't know what segment we're on anymore.
This is the administrative segment.
No, that ended.
No way. Did you
Yeah.
play the horn?
Yeah, did you hear it?
Just now.
Oh, this is the second time I've played it.
I don't
You
think
listen
so.
back, you'll hear it. You'll hear it. It was there.
I think we're gaslighting GreatBit. Gaslighting GreatBit. Here it comes.
No gaslighting.
All right,
If
fine.
you heard the air horn, type GreatBit was wrong in the comments.
No, don't say I'm a beautiful boy. And that you think
No,
I'm
no,
great.
we're way over time on that segment. Anyway, we have 10 more segments to get to. I don't think it's going to happen.
My lover died in the Trinity blast. How dare you?
We'll put that under perennial segments.
Yes, perennials. Okay, I think you brought up administrative segment, right? Or do you want to choose
I
the next
did,
one?
yeah. I think I did. Did I? I asked about it immensely, numerous times.
We gotta get into these one-time topic segments because they are topical.
They are fun. They are topical.
I think they're good.
Yeah.
And we can do cat stories anytime, right? Because those cats are always
Oh, yeah.
generating stories.
Cats are generating stories as we speak.
So why don't we talk a little bit about is your basement wet?
Yes.
I wish I had a theme for that because that'd be good.
Emotional damage.
You know, it
Oh,
does.
that one.
My basement was flooding.
Oh, no.
It bugged the hell out of me. So I
Yeah.
think that's appropriate.
Yeah. Is it still flooding?
No, I'll start with mine because I know the flooded basement is like your nightmare, right? It's like your
Yeah, it's my nightmare.
swirling vortex of bad feelings. But I also have like
One of two.
emotional damage. My every time we were using the dishwasher, when it would drain, it would just come through the ceiling in the basement, just like dishwater drain right into my storage.
Gross.
Exactly. Through the fucking
Did they just
smoke
cut a
alarms.
hole in the floor and just
No.
pipe
It's like
it through the floor?
the smoke alarm was like basically like the hole where it came through to get a brand new
Oh,
smoke alarm.
no.
Yeah, it was just like, oh great,
Oh,
everything's
so
fine.
that's all moist. That's
Well,
that's
it
not gonna
was. We got that dried out, and that was like end of last year, and we got it fixed. But every single time the guy who came to fix the dishwasher would hit the thing to drain, I'd run downstairs like a madman because I couldn't stop myself because I was so
Yeah.
fucking afraid of like black mold or whatever
Right.
going on this and
Or like just nasty dishwater everywhere.
Ugh.
Gross.
yeah,
Ugh.
it's kind of
That sounds like worse than bathtub water.
that's basically it is actually because there's Cheetos everywhere.
And
in
the
my
soap
ba-
goo in it. And
I just cook with Cheetos.
oh yeah,
So it's sticky, right? The Cheeto
it's
residue
sticky
is
and
sticky.
orange and gooey and slimy and orange.
Just trails on my wall while I constantly touch the walls, just yelling, just orange trails. I need to get rid of those.
Those are racing stripes now, right?
It makes my house go faster.
Makes your house go fast.
But anyway, yeah, that's like actually second to my primary house horror moments of having carpenter ant infestation.
Oh no.
Oh Jesus! And that was like
No.
4 or 5 years ago when we were just digging things up and changing things around, and something went wrong, and the copper ants got in, and we had to have them sprayed out and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to your basement problems.
I am perennially worried about my basement flooding. I have participated in basement flooding in the last month. My basement has not flooded while I lived in this house. It has been flooded before.
Wait.
Uh,
Wait.
yeah.
Your basement is wet, but it hasn't flooded while you've been there.
No.
Did you spill a drink on the floor?
No.
So there's like a
It's
range
just
of
like
possibilities.
The ground is just too wet.
Oh,
And so now when
tell
it
us about your
rains,
basement.
it comes in through the walls.
So you don't
and
even
just
have like
makes the
concrete or
ground
anything.
moist.
All right.
I have a concrete floor. I have fieldstone wall basement.
That's
which is
it.
It's stones with sand packed between them, sort of, and then something called parge over it sometimes.
Right.
And that's all falling apart. It's not structurally unsound. It's just sort of like the water just comes in through it. Like when we had a point there in July where it was just a weeping wall, the whole thing, the whole basement, as
my
it was raining
God.
outside, just like dripping on
Help
all
me.
walls.
Help me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm having
never-
a panic attack.
It never got like I didn't get inches of water. I just got like the edge of the basement wall for the entire basement, like about a foot and a half in from the wall. It just was like moist. It's still moist. Like,
I would
we've been
just-
running the dehumidifier down there forever, and it has not dried out yet.
I would
So-
just dump all the chemicals on there to make the water go away. I wouldn't care.
I don't want to do that.
The
though.
alum packs, I just want
Yeah.
to. I know you have
No,
cats, so
the
that wouldn't be
cats go
wise.
down
but
there,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they've decided to go down there to have hairballs, which is great, right? Because
Actually, yes.
The carpet, so I just go down there and clean up off of concrete. And, they go down there to keep cool when it gets too hot.
Yep.
and have adventure time at night, and I don't want to take that away from them, but
That's
it's
still-
obnoxious.
Yeah, that's.
But like
rough.
a legit nightmare on 4th of July, I was at my friend's house
Yep.
and it rained. It rained so hard, and all the water came rushing down into the stairwell to our basement. It came in through the door. We were in water up past our ankles as it was just flooding in, and we couldn't do anything about it.
That's horrible.
It was horrifying. And in the moment, like you want to stop it, but you can't. We just had to stand there and wait for it to stop raining before we could do anything about
Was this
it.
at your house or your friend's house?
My friend's house.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So that
was,
is that's still very being a homeowner.
They
Yeah.
had just bought the house like 2
Oh
weeks
my
before.
God! Do they have a fieldstone foundation too?
No, and it's a finished basement.
Help! Oh my god!
Yeah. But they did have a sump pump that was like open. So eventually the water flooded far enough across the basement to get to that spot.
That's rough.
But it was just horrifying. It was
Yeah.
absolutely horrifying. It was just you just feel so helpless.
Well, when you
Something so non-hazardous
right.
in a cup you have to drink to survive could be like that just overpowering. So
I don't know. Like, I think part of it for me is that I'm forced to live in like the economic engine for the whole country, and its value and its upkeep is basically my like pass into the middle class. And if it gets fucked up, that's it.
yeah.
All my money, all my effort, everything I
Gone.
built into this place just doesn't matter anymore. And I'll get a few $100,000 from the bank, and that won't be enough to get anything unless I want to
Not right now.
move to Tennessee. And it's like
Yeah.
it's not fair.
It's not fair. At the same time, though, I've got a place.
Well, sure, it's nice to have a
Yeah.
place, but it could not be your all and everything for your livelihood.
That's true. It could be drier.
I mean, like, a lot of people end up homeless just because they don't have a fucking address.
Yep.
They don't have an address to put on an application or whatever. And, people who've been through those disasters and stuff get the money from the government, but then have so much trouble because they've had this payout with their getting a loan. And they want to live in the same area, but the insurance
You can't afford to live in the same area with the payout on that stuff. No, the payout on your house is infinitely less than what it would cost to buy it brand new, untouched.
But the insurance companies don't want to insure their house. They don't want to insure the loan in the same town because your last house got destroyed. So they dick around, and they got to try and figure out a way to make it work. And then they run out of money, and then it's over.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to leave their parents. They don't want to leave their kids.
We should start a commune
Oh, absolutely.
in the woods, off the grid. We
Clothing.
can do the podcast from there.
Clothing optional. Okay,
Sure.
maybe clothing required. Sorry. I didn't mean
Clothing
to-
optional on your
Clothing-
side, yes.
Clothing optional for James.
Required if you cross a certain point in the yard.
Inside, I don't know. Yeah, but
Please put on
trying to make a
paper
joke
bag.
out of this very, very grim situation. But yes,
Oh,
the
so
commune would
grim.
be great. Yeah,
yeah.
Vermont
No, it's
still has
just-
a lot of free land.
Yeah. It does. A lot of the northern states do.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of the southern states have free land too, but they are actively on fire in a death trap.
Yeah, and there's like asps and shit in the fucking. If you go to like, places that are hot and sort of like not expensive, you're just
Yeah.
asking to get poisoned by a frog or something.
I'm okay with that.
No, I don't want to die.
But it's a frog, not people. I'm okay with that.
Sitting there in your garden with a frog sitting on your face, you just be like,
Like, oh, I
it's
have
okay.
been chosen.
It's okay.
Yeah. That's how you'll find me, dead in the lawn with a frog on my face.
It's a fair cup. Ugh. Anyway, yeah. I mean, it's just the guy. I think the wet basement. Sort of like economic. Sort of anxiety.
Yeah. And you
Homeownership.
start to worry.
Yeah.
You start to worry because, like, the basement's wet. My house is made of wood.
Yes.
Is my wood house going to start rotting? I don't know.
My house is made mostly of plastic, but there is wood involved.
Yeah.
And all the walls.
Oh, mine's very much made of wood.
And yours is like a real house. Mine's like a Barbie dream home.
Oh, yours sounds like a better dream home. Mine was built in the 1890s, question mark.
Mine was built
It,
2008.
no, they don't know when in the 1890s, but it's suspiciously like the 1890s style of home that would be built. But the city doesn't actually know when it was built, so I don't know when it was actually built.
Also done wrong because it's Rhode Island, probably.
Yeah.
convicts were like, I don't know how to build a house, do you?
I can never do anything to my stairwell because they will have to take away an entire like half of the second floor to fix it to bring it up to code.
Really?
Yeah, it's so steep.
That's unbelievable.
It's incredibly steep. And all the steps are different heights.
You got one of those health insurance policies? Life insurance policies. Like you're covered unless you fall on you die on these stairs.
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that the number of stairs from the first floor to the second floor, and the number of stairs to the first floor to the basement, it's the same number of steps. But whereas in the basement I have to duck under the ceiling, on the first floor I cannot touch the ceiling when I'm standing on my tippy toes. So you can do the mental math on how steep that is.
Damn. That is steep. They only had so many boards, okay?
Yeah.
Come on.
Like, well, you get 11 steps. Where do you want them?
You should have been like, I don't know, travel back to the past and be like, hello, ex-convict house builder. Would you like to put in more steps here or less here?
Oh. Like, it's got to match. It's got to look the same.
Yeah, no, I think he was
No one's
going...
going to know.
He was going for symmetry.
Symmetry, but symmetry in a way that like makes no sense because no one can see the basement.
Marie Kondo sort of shit. Yeah, it's just it's a ladder now, right? It's a ladder basically.
Basically, I got vertigo for the first 3 months that we lived here.
Oh dear.
Going up and down the stairs. That's how steep it was. Oh.
You're living in an Alfred Hitchcock film.
I am. All
It's
right.
rough.
All right. You ready for this?
What? Oh crap! What segment was that? I forgot. Oh, is your basement wet?
Wet basement. Yeah.
Exciting. I mean,
Yeah.
as usual, there are problems with capitalism. Don't forget. But the basement was wet.
Capitalism bad. Basement being wet might be caused by the weather.
Oh shit! You ready for more dread? This soon?
More dread.
More dread.
Yeah.
Okay, weather.
Weather. Or I hate this timeline.
No. There's a lot of dread floating around
Weather.
here. Maybe we should
There
we should go to Dream Corner or Snack of the Moment just to break it up.
Oh, snack of the moment.
All right, cool. I actually have a snack of the moment, like a really good
Ooh.
one, which is weird and notable.
Oh. Not Takis.
Not Takis. Do you have Takis?
No. No, I want them though.
This is what you do.
The blue ones.
Oh no, those are too powerful. We've had this conversation before. We literally had this conversation before. You were like, I like the blue ones. I'm like, they're too hot. I can't believe it. That's literally what I sounded like. But now I want Takis,
Back.
just like the last time you mentioned Takis.
Oh, the weird snack though. Did you get the candy?
No, I didn't. Fuck me. It's been like 3 months and I forgot.
Oh.
You gotta remind me where this place is so I can get it.
Okay.
Not now, because I don't remember. Do you have a snack or not?
Do I have a snack? I've been really enjoying pound cake.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like from like from where are you getting it?
I got it from the bakery. I tried making my own,
Okay.
but it needed to be vegan and gluten free, which is there's no better way to say this. The hellscape of baking. Is to
It's
try
too
to make
bad. Yeah, gluten-free
a
cake.
pound cake,
Yeah.
gluten free and vegan. So
It's just a zucchini at that point. You're just like, congratulations,
no,
you have baked a
it came out
zucchini.
like it was gross. It tasted like sulfur.
That's yeah. I think hellscape is
Yeah.
appropriate in that case then.
Yeah. I baked a cake from the depths of hell, and we tasted it, and we sent it back right away.
Like to the trash? Like what do you mean?
Right to the trash. Yeah, it went from the mixing bowl into the oven into the trash.
That's
It's
too bad.
The fastest cake ever.
So you having
sucks.
vegan gluten-free pound cake from the bakery?
Yeah. So I had this incident where I was trying to make it and I failed, and I was like
Ooh.
dreading having to try again because I needed to
Right.
figure it out. And then we remembered there's a vegan gluten-free bakery like 2 blocks from our house.
Oh,
And
nice.
they happen to be making pound cake right now.
It must
So
have
I
been like
bought
a
two.
must have been a message from your subconscious.
Yeah. So I got 2 pound cakes, and
And they were
we
good.
ate one, and we ate a second one.
And then you wish
It's
you had a
really
third
good.
one.
I do.
That's
It's
cool.
good pound cake. Yeah.
How, like what is the conceit of the gluten-free vegan pound cake? What do you make it with
Um,
other than hell dust?
potato? I don't
Really?
know.
Oh, so it's like potato bread.
Sort of. Like the flour could be any number of things. Rice flour is pretty common. Sorghum flour, which is actually kind of a dangerous flour to work with because sorghum has many different varieties and they all taste a little bit different.
Okay. So it could
And
end up with a
so,
flavor you don't want.
yeah, it's sort of like if they didn't differentiate between corn and sweet corn, and when you bought corn, it was just sort of like a crapshoot.
Craft corn?
Is it, yeah, is it popcorn or sweet corn? I don't know. We'll find out when we bite into it. So,
I guess that makes sense.
yeah. Yeah,
You know.
so sorghum has a wide variety of flavors, and it's kind of tricky to work with. And then some people, like Bob's Red Mill, will use fava bean flour, which is a crime. Stop doing that. Stop putting bean flour in my baked goods. It's disgusting. So gross. So,
That is
but that's
disgusting.
the thing people
yeah.
do. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
No one makes a chocolate chip cookie and wants it to taste like hummus.
I don't know. Maybe.
No.
I love hummus.
You think it. You love hummus.
Yeah,
You
I've had
won't-
chocolate
you
hummus
won't love
before.
hummus chocolate chip cookie. It's gross.
Have you had chocolate hummus before?
I think I have.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. I wouldn't do it again. It's not a snack at the moment.
That's the funny thing. But the pound cake was.
Yeah,
But are you eating it now?
I already ate it.
So you had a moment with it earlier.
I did. We've been calling it the snacking cake
The snacky cake. Now that's the name of a
to
fucking
justify
bakery.
eating it at random times during the day.
It's like I just for some reason I'm like, we give something a name like that. I grant it intelligence. Like the cake waddles into the room on the floor. It's like time to have a snack of cake. You know, like something like that. You know.
Amazing.
Have you spoken to the snacking cake recently?
We spoke into this.
What it just reminds me of like Wrinkle in Time, like that kind of like British 70s psychedelic thing. Anyway,
Yes.
that's your snack.
Yeah, I'm on a cake kick.
That's good.
It's
No,
gonna
thanks.
change in about a week.
So long as you keep
Yeah.
snacking, we're all good.
Yeah.
I'll
What
tell
about
you.
you? You had a weird snack.
I have a weird snack. I am in the sense of a dwarven sense. I come all over a fey mood, and I don't kill anyone. Well, what I do is I go to the store and buy Ricola original herb cough drops.
Oh, interesting.
Great tasting, effective relief. Now, hear me out. I think maybe I thought of them because I've been coughing in the, like the mold smoke apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't usually have them when I need them. Like once or twice a year, I just go and get them, and I just have some.
Oh,
Like I don't need them. Like it's
kind of like you just eating the Tums because it's there.
somehow that's sadder.
It's a
Fucking
little
like
sadder.
chalky tubs is just like I'm so hungry.
I love the chalky candy.
Somebody loves it, I bet. Yeah, people are weird.
Give me the Necco wafers.
If
Give
you
them to
think
me
animals
now.
are weird, oh my god.
Oh, wait till you meet people.
It's got peppermint, elder,
Okay.
wild thyme. We were having a wild time with these cough drops.
So much time.
Whorehound. What the fuck?
Did you say whorehound?
I sure as hell did.
Like a doggo that's looking for a good time?
Kind of.
Okay.
We also got hyssop mallow. Not marshmallow, unfortunately. Regular time, as opposed to wild time. Lemon balm, linden flower, and sage. Did you hear me? I wasn't even at my mic.
I heard you. It got a little like distant as you were like leaning back in your chair and just opining about
I keep
the loveliness of it all.
I keep my house dim because I'm basically a mushroom, but I had to read it. I had to move it over to the light to read it, and then I had to move myself away so I can see the words on my old man eyes.
There you go.
I'll go over it again. This is great content.
It's amazing content.
Peppermint.
Let's do this again.
Elder.
Hold on.
Okay, what the fuck?
Okay, go for it.
All right. Peppermint, elder, wild thyme, whorehound. Oh God, what does this say? Hyssop, mallow, thyme, as opposed to wild thyme, lemon balm, linden flower, and sage.
That all sounds very nice.
It is.
I think mallow might be related to marshmallow.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's use the internet to find out.
Yeah, we could use the internet to find out.
What is mallow herb?
I think it was used before.
Oh God. Well, now
maybe I'm wrong.
Now I'm horrified.
A mucus-like substance.
You fucking found that. Yes, we both went there. We both read the same fucking
stuck on it.
First Google result from WebMD of all places.
There's something out there that's mallow, unless I'm thinking of something else.
A plant native
Sometimes
to Europe.
I confuse things. Like I'll be like talking about one thing and thinking it's something that I read, and then it turns out it was like something completely different and totally not related at all.
And then there's mucus, and you're disgusted.
Yeah.
It grows wild in fields. The mucus, the flower and leaf are used as medicine. Mallow flower contains mucus-like substance that protects and soothes the throat and mouth.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
I
bet it would be good in tea.
Yeah, I thought about actually making tea and just dropping these in there and being like, what is that like?
The hot water.
Yeah. Like just
it's got menthol in it though, so it would burn your eyes as you were sipping it.
I love that though.
Yeah.
I drink this go on.
Well, on the same subject of burning your eyes, I have this thing of Tiger Balm from when I hurt my knee and then it got better. Turns out I didn't need the Tiger Balm at all to fix the problem. But,
of course.
I like to rub it on my hands now just because it
Yeah, because
nice.
it smells nice and it feels cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
My dad loved Tiger Balm.
Yeah.
He had a bad back, and he also liked to buy. I don't know if you remember if they're even a thing anymore. There's these like candy bars called Tiger Milk. Do you know these?
I do not know of Tiger Milk.
Yeah, it was.
It
sort
sounds
of like
it should be like spicy.
The place you can only get them now is like at a GNC or something.
Okay.
But they used to be just like, hey, candy bars for old people, right?
Oh, okay, cool.
Tiger
I'm
Milk.
getting there.
And it's like there's like this maple like candy bar and like there's like a cakey bit in the middle. It's weird, but he liked Tiger Milk and Tiger Balm. I thought they were related. I thought
they might.
I thought when I was a kid, I thought you had to have both, and if you didn't, like something happened.
Oh.
You got the balm and the milk. My dad was always chowing down on both of those and rubbing his back with the Tiger Balm. Hello, it's my cat.
I did a test. I tried the Tiger Balm ointment and then the fancy CBD oil ointment.
Mm-hmm.
And the result was the same. But the Tiger Balm is way cheaper. So
yeah, exactly.
Stick with the Tiger Balm.
CBD on the skin is a bad way to get stoned. But it is a great way to sell balm to like rich people.
Yeah, it did what it was supposed to do, I guess. But yeah, the Tiger Balm was the same for me, so I'm stick with that. Use the CBD on other people.
I was on a walk
behind them on the street.
Speaking of CBD oil, I was on a walk with my son because he loves to do walks. Walk
Nice.
around town. And we were talking about government regulation or something. Well, because we're always just talking about shit. And I pointed to the weed shop. I'm like, "Oh, this is the weed shop." He's like, "Oh, you mean like marijuana, like the legal kind?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I thought that was just a flower shop." And I'm like, "Cause it looks like a flower shop." And I'm looking at it.
Oh, they all do.
Yeah, it's just like something innocuous. I'm like, "You're right. Yeah,
a flower shop with no windows."
Yeah, and a cop out front, you know?
Yeah.
But
we got the secret roses.
It's so funny. It was just, I thought that was a flower shop. I'm like, you know what? That really looks like a flower shop. It was also called STEM, right? He says,
Yeah.
I was going off the name and all the flowers. I thought it was a flower shop. I'm like,
That's to fool the
Yeah.
NIMBYs so that they'll let the drugstore exist.
yeah, not the drugstore, not the pharmacy, but the store of drugs.
The store of drugs, the drugstore.
Where do you store your drugs?
At the store.
In my tummy. I store them in my mouth.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Anyway. That was what? Where
Snack
are we?
of the moment.
Snack of the moment. Oh yeah. So yeah, is that weird? Am I a weirdo for wanting to have Ricola original herb cough drops made in Swiss Alpine herb
Yeah.
cough
No,
suppressant oral
because-
anesthetic?
No, I went through a phase there. I really liked Halls.
Oh yes, I've done
Yeah.
the same fucking thing. I've done the same fucking thing.
I like ate a whole bag. They don't do anything when I have a cough. They're useless. I just eat them to eat them.
No, I liked them when I had a cough, but like one time I had, this has happened to me once where I was like, I had a flu or something and I was using them to feel better, and then I went away and I just kept buying them. It's just like these powerful menthol like cough drops that like just rotting my teeth.
Yeah.
And my wife was just like, "You smell like a chemical factory." I was like,
you do smell like chemical factory.
I was like, but I love it.
I will say this though, the sucrettes, the sore throat lozenges.
Yeah.
I hate those.
Are those powerful? What do they taste like? I don't even know.
They taste like your mouth goes numb.
Oh, fuck that. Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
Those lozenges, yeah, the lozenges aren't as cool.
They work. You don't feel the sore throat anymore, but you can't. You might bite your tongue off too.
They only last for like a half an hour. I used to use
do.
them to try and sleep, when I was really sick, but I'd be up
Yeah.
again in like an hour going,
They last for half an hour. And it's the half an hour that you're sucking on them. So
I don't know. Like, I thought it was okay, but it just wasn't, wasn't doing what I needed to do.
no, and then they have like an upper limit, like take no more than like 3 in a day or something like that, or you're gonna risk like tummy
gonna-
problem.
You're going to numb your heart and die.
No, I think it was like some sort of like bleeding. Out
Oh,
of
like
something.
ulcerous ruptures. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I have this like weird relationship with cough drops. Yeah. Of course, I also love Altoids.
Yeah.
I once went
Altoids are good.
I once went on a Fisherman's Friends kick. You ever had those?
Oh, you were telling me about this to get them. I think I got them.
Yeah.
They were great.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to
they
be like-
did the job.
Yep. They clear you out.
Uh-huh.
The whole thing is your body just
Uh-huh.
decides to
Top to
retract
bottom.
from it. Yeah.
Absolute
Yep.
absolute cleanse. Full body experience.
Full body experience. Really? I didn't even got that far.
No, I never got that. There was no Waffle House.
Just put the fire hose up to your mouth and turn it on full blast. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they were good.
No, I like them, and it's just like I really like those powerful flavors.
I'm wondering if there's like a hard candy. You might love the pine candy from Italy.
You talked about this already. We
Yeah,
discussed it
it's so
momentarily.
good.
Pine candy
It's
from Italy.
It's not disgusting. It's delicious.
I really
It's
need to
like
go there and get it.
pine tree flavor. I went to every Italian store that I could go to where I live, which is a lot, and none of them had it. They had licorice. That was it. And I was like, but pine. And they're like, oh,
Lick
you mean
the
mint?
forest.
And I was like, no, I mean pine.
Yeah.
So
Get down on all of these.
yeah,
on
it's
your-
like sucking on a big solid drop of pine sol.
I've got to check this out.
And I find that to be very satisfying.
It feels to me like that would be disgusting, which means I need to find out because
Yeah.
when I hear something that's
tastes
like
yeah, no, they taste like pine sol smell. So if you ever smelled pine sol the cleaner, that's what they taste like. It's magnificent.
I had a friend tell me that
Strongly
the liquor that I was talking about tasted like toothpaste, and I'm like, that sounds terrible. Give it to me, and I fucking loved it. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, you would like wintergreen too.
Oh yeah, wintergreen.
Wintergreen grows out here. It's a native plant.
Oh, I thought you said
Wow.
wintergreen bros. I'm like, wow,
No,
That's
just
a thing?
wintergreen. Grow, GRW,
bros.
like weeds.
Wintergreen, y'all. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, wintergreen. Yeah,
So
not a mint.
there was something else I was gonna say, and I forgot what it was. But
Something about candy.
oh yeah, the pine candy. Yeah, did we talk about? Our listeners will have to tell us if we already discussed this because
I don't think we did.
I think we discussed this like
Oh no,
you
I
and
think
me.
this was like you needed to find your weird Indian candy,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. That
right?
was,
And then I was like, but what about pine candy? And then we had
they
a big
probably
long
have
conversation
both,
about that.
honestly, because
Yeah,
they also probably have my favorite licorice, which is Italian,
maybe.
and it's very good.
There's a lot of black licorice in the area.
I love fucking black
Too
licorice.
much. Yeah, no.
You don't like it?
It makes my mouth go numb. I think it's an allergic reaction.
Oh really? Don't have
Yeah.
any then. Thank you.
Yeah, no.
Rough. All right. I think that's snack of the moment done and dusted,
Yeah.
right?
Done and dusted.
That was a good one.
They loved it.
We are the heroes.
We are the champions.
Sometimes snack of the moment isn't as cool as it could be, but this time
No,
I think we did real well.
we did well. Yeah. And then we can talk about how much we hate this timeline.
Okay, but you chose the last one. Oh, did I choose it?
God dang it, I gotta wait.
Did I choose?
Kind of, we
No, you
both
chose.
chose it.
Yeah, no, I think.
I hate this timeline. You said let's do something happy, and then I said it's not.
Oh, okay. I'll choose because I think it was you, and now I'll choose. I hate this timeline.
You can choose.
Newsflash: I hate this timeline.
Same.
But you know what's going on now that is not so hateful.
Oh, okay, there is one thing in this timeline that's kind of okay.
And that is Fisherman's Friends. We both like those.
They're so good.
They're very good. Donald Trump just got indicted again, but for real, like real hardcore, like big daddy problems for him.
Attempt to obstruct the elections, I think.
Yeah, it's all about how he has this. I don't know what you call it, but conspiracy.
Conspiracy, that was it. Conspiracy to obstruct.
Rob the American people of their rights to the election.
To vote. That was one of them. Conspiracy to remove people's ability to vote. I forgot about that. There's only 4.
Yeah, but
The thing that
they're pretty
irks
broad.
me about that though is that even if he's deemed guilty and gets the maximum penalty, it's not it doesn't affect his ability to still run for president.
Well, yeah, it's fine, but he can't be an effective president in prison. I mean, I know that doesn't
No.
matter to some people, but
It doesn't. But what if that's what happens?
at least he's in prison. Come on, we
But then
baby
he's president
steps.
in prison. He's gonna pardon himself or something and get out. That's what's gonna happen.
I don't know. I don't care what happens so long as we get him for this. Anything else that happens in this country after that, we fucking deserve.
Yeah.
We just deserve it. If we
Yeah.
can still go crazy, just nuke us. Who has the bomb? Just nuke this fucking place.
We
I'm
have the
tired
bomb.
of it.
Yeah.
We
Well,
should nuke
was
ourselves.
Iran or Iraq or somebody too was
Israel has the
beating it up.
fucking bomb. Israel should nuke us.
Israel has it. Russia and China were talking about it.
I'm just
We're
gonna.
going to a dark place worldwide.
It's true.
The war in Ukraine is going to spill out of its borders. It already is into Russia, but it's going to go further than that. So,
You think so?
yeah.
I follow the war in Ukraine pretty closely. I know that Ukraine has done some drone strikes in Russia.
But I feel like the Russia's President Putin wants to just, go ham and just nuke everyone.
Oh, he was talking about that
hurrah.
earlier. Last
Yeah.
year, it was every other day. He was like, "Guys, don't forget about the nukes. Okay, Putin, it's fine. Just."
Yeah. No,
We have
it's
nukes.
got me concerned.
Here's the thing, though. The international community in America has crossed a lot of their red lines, where they
That's
said,
true.
"If you do this, we nuke you," and they haven't. And I really don't think Putin's that insane, though. He could
I
get
think he is.
more insane as time goes on.
Yeah. I think he is that insane. He's just sort of hasn't done it yet because he's like, oh, well, actually didn't care.
It would be a hassle.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
weird.
the paperwork.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All those
But-
charred bodies you'd have to clean up. Jeez.
Think about that, and then I think about where would they drop it, and
Oh,
we'd probably die. We'd be the first ones to go.
no, he take out his anger on Ukraine first, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, but then he'd come after the United States probably too.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about his nukes reaching the States because every single time they bring something out of mothballs to use it on the Ukrainians, it's broken. Like,
That's true. It is. Yeah.
absolutely. Like it'll land in the ocean or
But
something, or
they're still causing so much harm and sad.
it is terrible. It's terrible. The war is horrible. This timeline
Horrible.
sucks.
It absolutely sucks.
And I think that,
So you see that, and then at the same time, we've got the weather is so goddamn out of control that you're gonna die if you go outside or stay inside and don't have air conditioning.
you're the one that told me about like the area of like South Carolina that was like deadly if you stayed out in there in 20 minutes.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
for
yeah,
like the first time ever in the history of all things, modern era. So, since we've started tracking stuff.
Right.
The United States experienced wet bulb temperatures in the zone that would kill you. And I'm looking it up right now. It's not that high.
Just don't let your bulbs get wet. Come on.
Yeah, so I don't know if people listening are familiar with what the wet
They're
bulb
not,
temperature
no.
is.
I know
So
we
if
didn't
you
talk about
take
this on stream.
Yeah. So if you take a thermometer and you wrap it in a wet rag and take the temperature
I
with
do
the
that
wet rag on
all the time.
on the right, that's the wet bulb temperature. It's the temperature that is registered when evaporative cooling is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And when it gets really hot, you hit a point where that is no longer effective at cooling you off
Yep.
to a safe temperature. And there are a number of factors that feed into that. It's not just the temperature outside, it's the humidity as well.
Mm-hmm. It's mostly the
And
humidity. Yeah.
The humidity, yeah, it contributes to it. But the humans can't survive for more than like 6 hours above a certain threshold on the wet bulb temperature. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what it was. I think it was 94 degrees.
So it's so wet and it's so hot that you basically get boiled by the atmosphere.
Basically, yeah, you hit this point where your body gets too hot. It's sort of like if you have a fever that's too high and you die. It's
Yep.
the same thing.
Same
You just
problem.
You just cook, yeah. And so that 94 degrees or whatever it was, it's not that high when you think about what temperatures are. And
Exactly,
for the first
yeah.
time ever, there were massive swaths in the United States where that was the wet bulb temperature exceeded the threshold that humans could survive in. And so it didn't matter if you were sitting in the shade. It didn't matter if you drank a ton of water. It
Right.
didn't matter if you were, on a windy beach or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you stayed out in that temperature, you would die in 6 hours. You
So-
had to have air conditioning. If you didn't have it, you were basically set up to fail.
That makes me worry about agricultural workers, in the South.
Oh, yeah, 100%, yeah. So
Yeah.
people have died in the fields because of the heat out there, and then we've got these states that are like denying breaks or water to these workers, and they're dying.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's the most inhumane, dumbest thing I've ever heard from this country, because we are the same country that went and voted in some UN resolution or something the other day and said that food is not a human right.
What?
Which is like, we're the only country in the world that has that opinion. And I'm like, what are we anymore?
It's a
It's not the
CYA
land of the
maneuver,
not the
because
home
of
of
all
the
the
brave.
hunger,
Yeah, we're run by a bunch of scared people who are afraid of people who are different than them and just don't want to share anymore. It's
This is
I hate
true.
this place. I hate this timeline.
I mean, I have a lot of friends from other countries because I am not just a world traveler, but I communicate with folks on the internet. And like, even in Germany, like, shit is weird, there's just a tide of like this nationalism and sort of right politics that is just sweeping over the world,
It's insane.
Unless you're in Argentina or Brazil. Well, actually, Brazil is terrible. But like Chile and Argentina, they're like run by, leftist juntas or something. Even in South America, though, they got Bolsonaro, who's just like Trump, but somehow even worse.
Hey, bye.
What?
Bye.
By what?
You leaned away or you were talking and
Oh, I'm sorry.
disappeared. Got really quiet really fast.
I was talking about Bolsonaro being worse than Trump.
Yeah, and then you just sort of went away.
I do go away sometimes
Like you checked out.
to another world. That's what it is. I'm traveling. I'm having adventures beyond the wardrobe. I'm having Turkish delight with the ice queen.
Oh, I hate Turkish delight. It's so gross.
I actually had some that wasn't bad, but I don't think it was like the way they used to make it.
Yeah.
It was just like a gelatinous chocolate covered thing. I'm like, this is okay. You know, it's like
Chocolate.
gummy bears from before gummy bears were gummy bears.
Okay.
Anyway, this timeline.
Bolsonaro.
Fuck C.S. Lewis and his timeline. That's what I have to say.
Yeah. I found out what bulb temperature, by the way. It's the recommendation is if it's where'd it go?
I'll recommend you. Trying to fill space here.
I'm sorry. I was looking at it and now it's gone.
You said 94 degrees.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Temperatures of 92.1 Fahrenheit or 33.4 degrees Celsius or greater.
Oh,
It's
shit,
recommended.
really?
Yeah, it's recommended to cancel outdoor activities and just not be outside.
Don't
when
go
that
there.
happens. Yeah.
Stay in your basement. You fucking
It's not that high.
No, it isn't. Well, I mean, it's 110 degrees in Phoenix for the past month.
Yeah. But so it's not just the temperature, the humidity has something to do with it. So like when it's been 100 degrees outside, right? You've had days where you've been at home, it's been 100 degrees outside.
Not this year, but
The
we've
wet
had
bulb
some.
temperature wasn't 92 degrees on those days. You
Right.
could still, it was lower than that. But yeah, it's pretty it's scary.
No, it's
'Cause
terrible.
it's just
Yeah.
gonna keep getting hotter before it gets cooler.
Yep. I think that ultimately, you know, what we're going to experience is that, you know, our lives are going to be changed so much by this.
Oh,
A
yes.
lot of people are like really afraid of like the future and all this shit.
People are already dying.
Yep.
Um,
But here's the positive thing. The frog doesn't know it's being boiled. We'll be ignorant right up to the end.
that's the frog.
Well, the point is that we'll adapt, and we'll continue to adapt.
We will.
And it's
To
gonna
the
suck, but I think that we'll figure out a way to deal with it, and the environment will be drastically changed. We're all
will
gonna
be.
the other cool thing that's gonna happen is that all the beachfront property was going to be worthless. A lot of old rich people will be sad, loving that.
Beachfront property.
Yep. And as it goes, you know, it'll change. Our
It'll
lives will change. But I don't think it is like I was listening to a podcast. They were talking about Oppenheimer and existential, you know, dread.
Uh-huh.
And they said when it comes to like what to worry about, climate change is actually not that big a fucking deal when you compare it to the world-ending power of the nuke bomb.
Well, if you think about it that way, yeah, it doesn't take very many nukes to really screw everything over.
No, it can evaporate people in an instant, whereas, you know, global climate change is, despite it being extremely rapid in our geological epoch, will take a long time to have its effect. And as time moves on, yeah, but there are some islands that are getting submerged in water. We know that, right?
Uh-huh.
But that's islands of, you know, 3,000 or 4,000 people living on them. And Togo's like 15,000. You know, when you think about the nuke bomb, and the smallest one that we used was 90,000 people gone in an instant.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to, like, are we afraid of climate change? Yes. Is it imminent danger?
Yeah.
Actually, no.
No, yeah, it is. I
No,
think
they're
it's
dumb.
very much a minute damager. We're already seeing horrible effects. We've seen
Yeah,
massive bleachings off of corals.
yeah, of course.
The ocean, which stores all of the world's heat, is hottest that it's ever been.
Yep. No,
The
I
heat is
totally agree.
killing crops. It's insane. Flooding is killing things too. That's another effect.
Yep.
We're already in it.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening now.
But
And we shouldn't do nothing.
no, we're not doing
I
nothing.
guess is the thing that I worry about is that when you try to say something like, in the grand scheme of things, this is nothing compared to like, oh, we could kill ourselves with a bomb. Like, yeah, but we should still be thinking about it.
No, of course. No, I don't think my
Yeah.
message isn't that, it's something we can ignore. I know that I've changed my lifestyle. I know that I try and do things that aren't, particularly carbon intensive. I vote for people who want to make things better. But climate change isn't going to break into my house and stab me in the neck, But Robert Oppenheimer will. I seen that guy. I seen that
He's
guy.
dead. Don't think he's alive anymore.
He's the dude from Peaky Blinders. All right, he will
He
stab
can't
you.
hurt you. Robert Oppenheimer can't
He
hurt
will fucking stab. Point is that, yeah, it's terrible. We're ruining the earth for us, not for the earth. We're
you. Not
making it
even
in
for ourselves. But
well,
yeah.
not just ourselves. Yeah, all the things that live here. But I don't know. It's just like, from a mental health perspective, me personally, I do what I can. And when the water comes up to my doorway, I'll get a new house.
Uh-huh.
I
And
don't
you
know
can
what
do
else I
that.
can do. Yeah.
Not everyone can do that.
Oh, I know that, but I'm just like, for my day-to-day mental health, you're not hearing from me.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
can't live in this world that's ending because it's not actually ending today. It's not actually ending tomorrow. When
But what if it does?
global climate change does everything it's going to do at the
But if
worst
it
possible, outcome, right? There will still be 3 billion people on Earth who can swim. Okay,
Yeah, not for that long. Not for that long. No, they're doomed.
that's basically what they say. Is that if we get extinction level events, that'll be the worst, and we'll be long gone. But in the meantime, we should just do what we can, and that's what we should do. And worrying about
Yeah.
it is a lot of energy that
It is.
I try and educate my son, tell him this is what you need to do. We recycle. We try and make sure we're not leaving our cars running on the street like everyone else does in this fucking town.
Oh, God.
I don't know what it is. It's just people love to sit in their cars with the fucking
Oh,
AC
God, I
on.
had a neighbor who did that. He had this
Yeah.
truck. I think I ranted about it before.
Yes.
He would remote start it at 7:30 in the morning and let it idle until 8:30 in the morning before it like auto shut off, and then he'd turn it back on again and then leave his house.
Yeah, I don't know. That should be illegal, right?
It is.
Oh, it is? Not my town.
It's illegal to leave your car idling unattended. And that's what remote start does.
Yeah, that should be definitely a thing that they put him in prison for.
Oh, I wanted to slash his tires so much.
Go to pickup
didn't do
truck
it.
prison. I've actually
I
done
didn't do the
that,
crime.
but not for
I
that
have not
reason.
done it. No, I thought about it though.
I've slashed the tires of a person who was mean to their animals.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it, and the truck has disappeared. I don't know where it is, and I hope it never comes back.
It is a bad demon.
Maybe it got stolen. Maybe someone saw it idling. It was like, oh, look, an unattended truck, and then took it.
Here's the thing. You better hope it doesn't get stolen because his insurance company will buy him a new one.
No, I've seen him. He's driving a little junker now. It's fabulous.
That's awesome.
Smaller. Yeah.
Divorcee
Tiny
dad
car.
truck instead of like big black new truck. That's great.
His truck was too big. He kept hitting my fence and putting holes in it.
Jesus Christ.
I was up to my ears in anger about its existence.
To the ear anger. Well,
Ear anger.
I'm glad you can just go back to hating trucks in a more general sense.
Yeah, I hate them on the street now instead of next to my house.
Yeah. I remember you were saying it would start up and just be really loud.
It was very loud.
There wasn't anything about it that was like passive or not annoying.
Oh, my house vibrated. That's
Yeah.
how loud it was.
Fucking
it vibrated
stupid.
in my house.
What kind of human being drives that? Okay, if you
It was a
drive that
diesel
truck,
I think he might have worked construction, but like,
He probably doesn't need that to get back and forth to the site.
If he worked construction, he doesn't work in any jobs because he was leaving his home at like 8:30 in the morning, and all construction starts at 6.
Well, a construction worker that has a truck that nice probably isn't hauling shit around,
No.
He probably
No,
shows up late. He's probably just doing the wage theft,
Yeah. So. Oh man.
But yeah.
Please don't buy trucks. Please don't buy trucks.
Don't buy trucks. Don't. If you have a truck, don't leave it idling.
Definitely don't idle your car.
If you ever want
longer than 5 minutes, like
if you
that's
ever
a
want
waste of fuel. There's no point. Like cars built in like 1980 needed to idle to warm up because
it's true.
They were old, and the materials they were built with were old and needed to warm up, like your grandpa. Modern vehicles absolutely do not need to do that.
Go start up your grandpa. It's cold out today.
Unless it's negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside, you probably don't need to idle your car.
Well, those trucks also have like those electrical leads where you can plug them in and warm up the block.
Yes, they do. Yeah. No, there's nowhere for anybody to plug in their truck over here unless they jump the fence and plug into my house, and then we're gonna have some tire problems. But yeah, you could do that too.
Sudden spontaneous deconstruction of tires.
Yeah, it's just it's not necessary anymore.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. If these guys ever want to have oral sex for me, they better fucking quit it. That is what I'm telling you.
Oh, it's on the application.
Yeah. Did you idle your big oral sex application? It's all there.
Yeah.
So
it's just sort of like the last thing I want to hear in the morning when I wake up is a very loud truck vibrating.
Being reminded that people are shit as fuck and just don't care about anybody.
So it was that and the lady who was making TikToks in her car at 11 o'clock at night under my window.
That I remember, yes.
Yeah. I have heard the Love Shack intro so many times. I heard it enough times that it drove me to go outside and ask her if she could roll her windows up when she was doing that.
Why did she... So she was using the Love Shack song in her TikToks?
She was making a TikTok. And it didn't come out right, so she did it again and again and again and again and again.
If you see a big sign by the side of the road, that part.
Exactly that part, yeah.
Fucking...
Oh, she was very high also. So
you can't not be high listening to that guy talk. You're just like, oh, God.
She wasn't just making TikToks in her car. She was mortified.
Good.
And she did turn it down a little bit. It wasn't that loud. It was just sort of like an echo chamber between the houses. So
if you have you're using the B-52s for evil, you should definitely be mortified.
You should, yeah.
Wow, some timeline we're in.
What a timeline.
I don't want to give anybody the vapors and cause upsetness, because I know somehow. You're always wondering about like the time and the passage of it and how it goes and whether or not we're within the bounds of certain things. But it's almost an hour and a half. Almost an hour and a half in now. You just ended 3 segments that never started. Oh, this is the dumbest thing. Oh, I thought that was the one that like went on for like 20 minutes.
No. I got a new soundboard because the one we were using doesn't open anymore.
Oh, that's right. Because
when I open it and click the sound tab, it shuts itself down. It knows it's me.
It knows. It
doesn't want to play those sounds.
Nope.
Yeah.
She doesn't like us.
Yeah. I made a new one, but this one has audio controls within it that are saved, so I don't have to worry about it.
It's really nice. Okay.
Yeah.
But there was a drum roll that like went on for like 25 seconds. It was so obnoxious.
It did go on for 25 seconds. I looked at it. Oh, that's why when I got a new one, I made sure it wasn't as long.
So, what did we not do?
Oh, there's so many things we didn't do.
Dream Corner, cat stories, dealing with robocalls,
vacations. We never cold called anybody.
Which, by the way, we decided is going to be super funny.
Yeah, we didn't do Dream Corner.
Yeah, we didn't do Dream Corner.
I have a Dream Corner. I feel like it's going to take half an entire episode to do this one because of how long it is.
Yeah, I think we were going to do like a required reading, and then just have it be like
I could put on my best voice and read it, and it could be like a bedtime Dream Corner like side quest.
Why don't we have what's the funniest thing that has ever happened in the history of things being read aloud is when you get a big text and then you have the Japanese basically a Japanese speech bot read phonetically correct English in Japanese accent. It is bonkers.
It
is like you
I
can
might do
barely
that
understand
later.
what they're saying, but it's just like, "Hello, I would like to go to the place cooperative."
So,
You know,
okay, here's my question. It's sort of wrapping back to the administrative segment, but how are people doing those AI voices? I don't know how they do that. Are
all
they
the
doing
things
it
with
with like
the presidents.
a voice mod?
No,
Or is
no,
SpongeBob SquarePants singing a cover of an Eminem song? Like,
yeah.
how are people doing that? Because they all say like AI cover on them now, and I'm like, where are you
You
getting?
just
these
type in
AI
the text and it
covers?
reads it, and then you can modify how it delivers the things. There's a certain thing you got to buy, or develop it
Oh.
yourself, and then it's just like you can, it's related to the Japanese Vocaloid thing. Like they use
Is
some of
it?
that software, and
Okay.
then they put my son is addicted to these fucking videos where Obama, Trump, and Biden are playing Wordle.
Oh, I hate those
I think they're
because
pretty funny.
Donald Trump's voice is in it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
What?
but he is a prick. He's a prick in that fucking thing. They never make him look good, which is fine with me, and the rest of it's pretty
They
funny.
never do.
Obama,
Oh.
Obama's always just like, "Fuck you, Donald," and
Yeah.
I love it. But it's like,
Can't
yeah,
stand them.
it's a whole thing,
Yeah.
and that's why I think it's really cool, in a way, because we were just
Yeah.
really afraid of this AI technology, at least in the immediate sense of like, well, people will hear the president's voice and do stuff he says, and it'll be terrible. And now everybody knows that when you hear the president's voice, it doesn't mean shit,
Yeah, we were worried about that when he was president, and there was no AI voices of him.
Well, the people who follow him would do it anything it says anyway, right? But it's like,
Yeah, they would.
I think people were really afraid of like deep fakes and stuff, and now they're just everywhere and they're hilarious, and it's totally like decodifying the entire pipeline of information.
Oh, it's the ultimate like scam that everyone is pulling on everyone right now.
I just think it's become entertainment, and when President
really
Trump,
is.
appears on the TV and is like, we have to do this and that, this crazy thing, no one's gonna believe it.
Yeah, it's the inevitable evolution of satire.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It really is.
We've gone from creating this computer network. Let's just make it more recent times, not go all the way back to like the phone system. We've created this information network that went from being authoritative to like entertaining to like annoying / disinformation to just nothing. Like we've cycled this whole thing out and created a big nothing burger out of it, to use a phrase. Like everybody knows now, if your phone rings, it's not a person, most likely, unless it's your mom.
Right.
Right?
Oh, which I could insert my handy tip for robocalls real quick.
Go ahead, yeah.
If people want one. If you get a phone call and you don't know the number and you think it might be a robocall, if you answer it and just don't say anything,
Right.
the robot will hang up, but you have to say nothing.
But sometimes it's a person.
But if it's a person, they'll start talking. But you still stay quiet for a little bit longer, just in case it's the robot talking, because those have gotten smarter.
You could
Then you let them know you're there.
no. Then you play that. I think my trains come in clip.
Yeah, but for a while, like the way robocalls worked is like if they called a number and it picked up and there was nothing on the other end, they would take the number off the list.
Ah.
The robot would be like, "No, this is a bad call. It didn't connect anywhere."
Right.
Hence, staying quiet.
Then
If it
then
goes
they
to
got
your
smart.
voicemail,
Yeah.
if it goes to your voicemail, then they know you're there.
That's good advice.
Yeah, it may not work moving forward because of deepfakes, but that's what I do.
No, unless we're deep faking ourselves to
Yeah.
talk to them.
But
It
and
still
then
works.
eventually, if they keep calling me, I go to the FCC website and I file a complaint because it's really easy to fill out a form.
God bless.
Yeah,
So
doing the Lord's work.
when the phone rings, we know it's not a person. When you see something on the internet, most people understand that it's bullshit.
Yep.
If you get an
Yeah.
email, 99% of the time, it's some sort of marketing or a virus. It's all become part of like this background noise. And what we're going to end up with the internet is just like people who get preyed on with phone calls. the elderly and the mentally challenged are going to be buying, fake, timeshares on a fake island, and we're not going to be able to stop that. But I personally believe that, we are getting to that point with the internet, with video, with all the stuff where everybody will immediately assume impropriety.
Uh-huh.
And that will inoculate us against most of it.
Yeah.
Because it is impropriety. If the president needs to send you a message to tell you to buy car insurance or some shit or do some sort of heinous act.
Yeah.
99.9% of people are going to just be like, what the fuck,
I hope so. I'm starting to think it's less than 99%.
It definitely is. I'm being nice.
Yeah.
But I think that...
Yeah, I've met so many people that got fooled by it. And they're all older than my mom.
They're older than your mom?
Yeah.
Well, that's why.
Yeah.
But I think that, we're getting trained by these AIs to not believe anything again. In the 90s, in the early aughts, the idea was television was bullshit. Everything on television was bullshit. The second we had, Walter Cronkite died and we got fucking Jersey Shore. Those two things happened, and then everybody understood it.
To be fair, they made Jersey Shore, so I wouldn't fault the American people for not believing television anymore at that point.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think everybody knows it's just a lark.
Yeah.
And in a weird way, capitalism has really aided us in this fact because everybody's trying to make a buck.
They are.
Everybody's just grinding us as hard as they can with whatever channels they are, and they'll use whatever they can. And we know that when anyone comes up to us to communicate is automatically a waste of time.
It is.
Whether it's a phone call, whether it's an email.
Yep.
Some dude approaches you on the street. There's 99% chance that guy has a fucking clipboard. He wants you to sign something. He wants something from you. He's trying to fill a quota. It's terrible, but it is what's required. Now, if we lived in a country where people trusted the government, people understood that certain channels of communication were inviolate and were absolutely trustworthy, that would be dangerous. Now what we have would be super dangerous because, Biden would be like, we are now at war with North Korea or whatever, and everyone would just believe it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. For me, it's we built the mousetrap and we know exactly how to get out of it. I think there's a lot of people who don't. A lot of people who want to believe stupid shit, but I think the majority of us are safe.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see indeed.
The one thing that really is scary, that I find the most scary, is that you could deep fake people like your mom, your dad, your cousin, your brother now, and they will call you and say shit like, I need $500 in Hooters gift cards sent to this address, or they're gonna kill me or something.
Oh, I'd have so many questions if anybody that I'm related to or friends with had that happen to them.
It's just,
really?
Your elderly uncles and aunts and grandparents
Hooters,
and stuff. Yeah, exactly. But just whatever it is. When
did they move in?
They're so worried about you all the time anyway. My mom is constantly worried about me.
Yeah.
And how worried, just your average caring acquaintance gets about stuff. What about your
people prey on
parents?
that.
Yeah, and it's just that's where the damage can be done, and that's where
their kids are in trouble, and then they get
grifters will get the money.
Ugh, gross.
But yeah, the other part is that people who are literally either mentally challenged or mentally ill are going to be lost as fuck.
They are.
They are already lost, but this is just going to make it worse.
Makes it so much worse. How much longer do you want to keep going?
What was this? Are we calling it? What segment was that?
Call it. I hate this timeline.
No, we finished that one.
Did we?
We got into the AI deepfake
This is
thing.
the outro. This is the cold outro then.
Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. So The cold intro has to be funny, and the outro has to be sad.
That was sad. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was sad enough.
Hold on a second.
I'm getting sleepy too.
It was pretty sad.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Oh, we could go on for another hour.
It's true. We have so much to fucking say for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't
We could save
understand it.
Maybe it's because we didn't say it last month.
Could be, but I think
Oh.
that there's just something like we have to like check stuff with each other.
We do.
Have you noticed that? Like,
Yeah.
I get into a situation it's like, oh, I need to talk to Mitchell about this.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I wonder what
same.
she says. Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know why we need to do that, but it's like it's helping grease the wheels on my brain somehow.
I don't have that many people I feel comfortable complaining about things to. What?
I hate that. Every so often
Started again.
it starts again, and I don't know when it's supposed to be 10 hours long, okay? But it's not
It is
actually
10 hours long.
it's not continuous.
Oh, you need 10 hours we shop channel music seamless loop.
Nintendo has failed us again.
Of course they have.
Anyway, I think that hopefully our listeners get the same sort of I don't know what to call it, but like background noise that I get from this that helps me calculate my life.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost 11. Wow.
I know. That's
Sleepy.
again why I brought it up. I'm getting sleepy. I'm out of water. You said
Sleepy
we'd already been at it for an hour and a
Smithcho.
half,
Oh,
15
so
minutes
tired.
ago.
It's so cute.
Oh, I'm so tired.
All right, let's just wrap it up here.
Okay.
Thanks for listening. I have been GreatBit.
I'm this Mitchell. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe and all that stuff. If you're a fan of ours, tell us,
Yes.
please.
If
We
this
need-
made you laugh or cry or emote in any kind of way, tell us in the comments.
We clearly very much require your validation, or something terrible could happen. Anyway,
Yeah. Well, something terrible is going to happen anyway.
this timeline guarantees it.
This timeline guarantees it.
All right.
I want the timeline where we all got pandas.
I want a timeline where I'm a rich podcaster.
Oh,
Right?
that might be tomorrow's timeline. Let's find out.
I wish.
Wait, did you get an email about the sponsorship?
Fuck the sponsorship. Hold on. I'll find it. Let
Get
me
the
go.
email.
Let me go to my spam folder.
Email.
Let's see. Harbor Freight. I got a notice from Harbor Freight because I'm a dad. Obviously, I've been to Harbor Freight.
Okay. Do they want to sponsor?
No, it's just spammed. It's a spam mail, so Google deleted the text. Congrats, James. Yeah, these are all been... They don't let you read the spam text anymore. It's
Probably
just
for the best.
spammed. You have to unspam it. I got something from licorice.com.
Ooh, is it licorice?
Yeah, that would show me pictures of licorice, except Google's ruining it for me because it's been spammed.
I got an email from my CSA.
This is your co-op, right? With the Cucumber
yeah.
Co-op Association.
Yeah.
The
This
fifth-
week we're getting Asian style eggplants.
Oh God, those are just the right size.
So good.
All right, I think we should wrap it up here before we get
All right.
into more sordid vegetable talk. Mitchell, thank you for doing this with me. I just want to say that real quick.
Thank
I
you.
really enjoy it.
I enjoy it so much. I regret not doing this last month. I really do.
Well, I'm glad we came back to it personally.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
everybody.
I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon, and
Yeah.
have a good. What do we say? We just say bye-bye, right?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I think the music's too loud.
Nah. Just right.
I'm worried.
Sounds like a future you problem.
I'm not allowed to edit this.
We won't.
We won't, but it'll just be a problem. Okay, we're done. Shh, 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 shh. Shh. Time to sleep.